Alright, so we got our weapon done finally. The ether wells are all done finally. It only took forever. 4 ether wells, positively brimming with energy. I knew you'd have no trouble getting them filled. Hold on, that pain expression tells a different story. Well, you ought to be thankful. If it weren't for you, old pal Garot and his special solution, you'd be out there felling fiends by the dozen. Besides, you won't need to go through that rigmarole, rigmarole again. I can enhance no, I can enhance no end of weapons with all the ether you gathered. Anyway, that's enough jabbering. Hand that contraption over and I'll get the ether wells set up. I guess I could understand why they wanted this to be so long, because you only do it once, and then all the weapons can be operated very easily after. Making this a one-time thing, and it's like kind of like, okay, let's just make it super long and annoying for them, just for the one time. 7 hells. All that highly concentrated ether is throwing right into my forge. The sheer unbridled powers? You know, to me. Really. You did a damn fine job with these ether wells, lad. Yay. Right, time to channel this raw energy with me trademark flair. Whoa. The ancient art of etheric bleeding infusion, and it's mine to wield. With some new materials to work with, I'll soon be taking phantom weapons to unseen heights of martial power. Alright. 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 Smith acclimatization. Yeah. Oh, there's more? Please note that because you will receive a ward of monk. I'm gonna take this quest as a monk. Oh, there's our women. Our word with this fish practically using with ether. Which means we can finally start enhancement. Let's hope all that energy just elevates his hammering skills and not his rum guzzling gullet. Appreciate your help at any rate. Oh, it looks like the surveyors, not survivors, surveyors, dug up a decent haul of waxing arcanite. That new ore I mentioned, 3 chunks ought to be enough to get. No doubt I'll gladly charge you an arm and leg for them. Be sure to bring that lot to... when you're ready. Okay. Alright. So now this is what you would do for every other weapon. Waxing. Waxing? Waxing. Delicious. Delicious waxing. Well met, adventurer. I trust you acquired the necessary wax. Your handing over them your final weapon will be enhanced. But please note that any fixed material will be lost in the process. Okay. Thanks for telling me that. Well, that was a waste. There we go. Got one. Ageless is 755. Okay. Here you go. An intriguing material. Be sure, I'll commence with the preparations right away. I can't be the only one eager to see Gara at work in his ether-imbued state. All this power coursing through my veins. I never felt more capable. Focus. And then it's just the hammer sound. Nothing interesting. Oh! I forgot how good these look. I keep forgetting. A multi-aspected phantasm of highly concentrated ether, in perfect harmony with the very essence of the weapon. Hold the true potential of the etheric bleeding infusion. The pair of Phantom Knuckles Umbra. Oh, they do look... It's so rare to find monk weapons that look good in this game. I tell you, the power output of these ether wells is not no frightening. I can still feel that energy swelling inside me. Uh-oh. Hi. It would appear your endeavors were successful. As ever, there is much to be learned from the past. And speaking of learning, perhaps you wish to hear of the precise mechanics involved in fusion. Ambient ether, subject to high temperatures, is stirred by wind, and in this reactive state enters the body. Thus bound, the ether fusion rapidly cools under the influence of water and escapes the corporeal form. From here, it seeps into the earth where it is purified. And so the cycle repeats, perfect harmonizing the artisan's internal energy. Like an etheric version of a pipe and hot steam bath? I have to admit, this learning obscure techniques, Lark, is pretty goddamn rewarding. Hell, I don't even care about me crippling debt to the heroin anymore. Forget the guild. From now on, I'm solely in the business of refining me craft and expanding me repertoire. Very good. You never did tell us what that vague notion of yours was. Enough of your wielding. The plan went off without a bleeding hitch, didn't it? Reminds me, I have a question for you, my friend. It concerns the knife I found in my sarcophagus. Are you quite sure it isn't a weapon? Well, anything brandished in a warlike manner has potential. That's true. It actually is true. Then we are in agreement. In actual fact, Nim was home to a proud lineage of warrior culinarians who employed an array of stabbing techniques using not but their kitchen implements. With such infallible proof, my knife is indeed a weapon. I need no issue with honing it to deadly perfection. If there is even a word of truth in that, I pity the poor common folk of ancient Nim. I'm not sure what to make of this revelation. Something tells me the notion would gain little traction amongst historians. I don't know. Your poxy little knives for slicing potatoes and dicing carrots. You're not getting it enhanced. And it's of story. Aww. He's like, I'll do it. Yeah, that gives me an idea. I'm sick to death of the bland and slop. The expedition's been serving up. It's time we made the most of the ocean's bounty. And for that, we need a master-crafted knife capable of flaying the biggest bleeding sea creatures. And there's your spot of fishing would certainly make up for the otherwise scant entertainment on the isle. That settles it. If you prefer my blade, I shall be down by the shore, rod in hand. I wait to see what gargantuan specimens I will win. In that case, I'll hone your knife while I hunt through that tablet for me next artisanal acquisition. Enhancing weapons for our jobs can now be attained. Yeah. Yep. Give him the waxing and then it's all good. Replicas can now be purchased. Okay. So if I lose my weapon, or just want one that's like, that just looks like it and not have to worry about the eye level, it's like, okay. Huh? What's this? Oh, they just straight up make it easier for me. Okay. So I could just, yeah. You just trade him instead of having to go through cutscenes and stuff. Okay, that's good. Mm. Mm. Another weapon that's really good looking for Monk, the arc veiled weapon. The only problem is you can't color it. You can't change, you can't dye it at all. Which really sucks. Also, this goes with this, but Halloween is over. I need to change this outfit. Oh, that kinda sucks. Okay, you know what? Fine. Merry Christmas, everybody. Alright, I wanna review your knowledge and currencies. Okay. Review your jobs. Oh yeah, we need to. We still. I think I got all the. No, we're missing the Oracle job, and then I still need to do that one. I was working. I think I was in the middle of that. Yeah, I was in the middle of working on this one. So. I'll have to set aside time for that. I don't want to do that right now. Da, da, da. Ba. Ba. Boom. Boom. Let me see what's going on in this area. There's just so many things I have to unlock and do. Because we finally have a definitive date of when things are gonna happen. Hands for hire. What are these? Oh, this is all of the stuff for what's we call it. That's it. Could we do that instead? Could we go to that? Yeah, let's do that. Where are you? No. This one. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I have to change to yeah. Oh no, maybe not. You know what? No. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't upgrade that. Whoops. Yeah, because what it. Warrior? That's it. No, no, no. No. No, because what I should do is probably prep for, no. No. No, no. No, 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 no. Not yet. I want to make it a personal video of that. Like a full hour video of that content. There's so much new content that I've just kind of been just skipping out on, and it's just like, okay. What is that? What is this? Oh, Intrepid New Enterprise. Okay. What is this? Uncalled custom. Oh. See, like I said, there's so much. There's too much here. What? Let's just do random stuff for now. Bench. You're up for it. Oh, he's got a card. I just need to fill the gap. That's all. Hey, give me my card. Give me my Wukong card back. Yo. Not fair. Yeah, King Elmer 3. Nice. Oh. Oh, I saw one. Okay. Hey, I got the card. Nice. What is that? There's a lot of the warehouse stuff also we gotta deal with. Like, there's this. But I can't start that. I don't think I can start that until I do, God, what is it called? I'm sorry. You know what? There's something I did want to activate. Hopefully we can activate it and not have to go through the floors. Is it? No, no. It's in Shadowbringers, right? Is it Film X? It's not here, is it? Crystarium? Maybe? Crystarium? There it is. Pilgrimage of Light. Because everybody's doing it right now, so I might as well jump in and be like, okay, the minute's order. Knowing her tail, mother with a tail. It's true, Mommy! I saw one right over there. It was green and smooth and had big round eyes and a little tail like a leaf and a feather in its cap. Just like the four picture books, Mommy. Oh, it was a four. May we please go and find it? My book says Forals are water folk, so I bet it went to the Horatorium. Please, can we go, please? Hush, child. You're not going to follow Faye, is that clear? They'll spirit you away to their kingdom and you'll never see Mommy and Daddy again. Afar would never be foolish enough to visit the Crystarium. The guard would have them from Frog Lakes. Long, we're shopping to finish and Daddy is winning. Aw. I did see it. It had a feather in its cap. Bode ill for the people's safety and best investigate the Horatorium just in case. But I thought the Fae were now under the command of what's her name? Boyo. Or the new Titania. Wait, how do I? That's how. That's how you get down here. What are you doing? And damn dried. Me up and makes me cry. What to make me whole again? Why, a soul of mortal kin. Lead them on and lead them true to the depths. Oh. Ah, I shall not suffer your approach, sir. Standing within my eavesdrop. Such prejudice. I have you know that I am a paragon among guard these charming brown eyes and tell me that my innocence is not mud. More, I am come to the Crystorium on official business. Heed my mission and my make their fast upon your dubious kneecaps. I'm warning you. And I shall warn you. Engadine of waters fair. My good books bent at the spine, my beautiful library flooded, and my new what is fit to fit. Sins of yours, you old crook. You old croak. 'Tis your promise of service that bought you mercy, yet here you stand babbling away. Your Majesty, I remain your dedicated servant. If this foe has offended, send them forth, and always mend it. But it is dry, and I am tired, and the air is thick with this. Mortals, my element is water, and I am out of it. Rejoice at my circumstances, nay, only fools seek providence in hardship. Only babes find novelty in strife, though I suppose mad blooms find the fun in everything, don't they, Your Majesty? Roll up that tongue before you step on it. Never mind that old leather skin. You, my adorable sapling, are a sight for sore eyes. I have followed every step of your journey. Our bond is as sturdy as ever it was. Oh, you saw everything. Perhaps that is why you found me now, in my hour of need. Errant sin-eaters have been roving ill-mag, you see. New ones? Clawing their way out of a ruined church of the first light. We have yet to investigate further, as this site is warded with charms repelling of fae folk. Thus I thought to enlist the help of a mortal from the Caristorium. And though it may beg or believe, among the band of troublemakers that owe me penance, Dion makes the most suitable envoy. Being far older than I and knowing much and more about the church, they were meant to enlist and instruct a sympathetic moral. Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you call me? What's this? You demand to be called? upon after spurning my aid time and again? Cruel heartless sapling, how do you toy with your poor branch's affections? But it seems I have had my revenge, always forgiven. Now neither of us need hesitate when calling the other, understood? A moral acquired with nearly a befuddlement, and the fade proverb known that every king should take their own. May I now go? May I go now, your majesty? No, your services last till the like a plague by sin eaters. This man to the church's remains and await my arrival. Wow. I shall see you again shortly, my brave, beloved, and hero. Come along, mortal. Tread downward, and the Mary will be your guide. To walk it off, we make our way, and walk it off your heart this way. Wait, is this? It's in. Yeah, this is Elma. Isn't this around the? What's his name? It is. It is. Yes, Zeta. Your last visit? These days are when the better ones rest today, the stronger ones will be. In your journeys, I pray that you shall never want for weary feet. In one piece, eh? The sapling knows where its roots grow. Deep in the kingdom of rainbows. Now, before we see just how ignorant are you of the first light? What fools you mortals be! Your minds are as soft as mallow, on which you, the instruments of your own violent demise. Stay, child. I'll tell you the tale of faith, a legion, and a grave. Once upon a time, there was a church that worshipped the light. Its flock believed that, if they were virtuous, would risk them from death's very grasp to be born anew into this world. The ranks of the faithful grew and grew across the rock. Their beloved light, a beacon of hope, ere it turned upon them, scouring the very land and giving rise to a legion of beasts. The church scrambled to defy these creatures, these devourers of sin, yet the flock's devotion had begun to waver, its quivering sheep terrified of the fate that awaited their mortal souls. As the kingdom of Vobert fell, they strayed one by one into the endless days, leaving their churches to suffocate in silence. Now, in those mausoleums of long-dead faith, bells ring once more. So, we must turn a new page in an old fable. Come along, maiden bark, and bend your trunk to the church at Emerald Field. The rascals wait. Yeah. 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 Boom, boom. Hmm? Hmm? Why, it's the King Sapling. Sapling has come to play. Not this time. I am Oswald, and these are my fellows. We've all been very naughty. Not as naughty as the food off, though. No one's as naughty as the food off. I love how we just smile and agree. I'm in charge of watching And Vanu there is in charge of trembling quietly, the biggest among us, yet the frailest of heart. I hate that he agreed to that. He's just like, yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's Tiramarn. I shouldn't introduce them, telling what they might do. Now, how? Now, Mad Spirit? What changes now about these haunted stones? None to speak of, or to whisper of, or whistle at, or hoot. The magics that paved the way for pilgrims of Eld are blinking awake from ages of slumber. Like a crusty old eyeball, like blink. Sometimes the Sin Eater will come crawling out. The church beyond this portal must be overrun. Bay wards prevent us from entering to sever the connection, unfortunately. I see. Fortune's got naught to do with it. In old days, these light worshippers always finding reason to shut door and windows to us, and no occasion warranted it so much as their most mortal of mortal ceremonies. Obscurities. Oh. Well met by sunlight, King Titania. It's just as you say. For man's last breath, till his final rites were spoken, the church would not suffer even the suggestion of fae folk. The precious souls of the faithful were promised rebirth, not an everlasting sojourn into the kingdom of rainbows. Beyond the yellow trees lies a land untouchable by mortal hand. Eternal live the fairies there, without rebirth, without a prayer. Just put a damper on funerals, where we steal away souls of the dearly departed, and so the ward went up. Then we know what's afoot, don't we? They're having a funeral in there, in a church rife with sin eaters. That makes sense. The onus of the discovery is yours, I'm afraid. You'll lay to rest whatever beings lay to rest, won't you? In the meantime, lead you in any way I can. First with a gift from the castle vault. These will serve you well upon your journey. He's gonna give us the evil pool, pretty much items. Yeah, this is a deep dungeon, by the way, that we're unlocking. It's the same rules, essentially, how it operates, but just different mechanics and little small things that change with each one. Your determination is a fierce beauty, my sapling, amongst the finest I have ever seen. It is too precious to lose to a horde of greedy sin eaters. Call me if you are in danger. But the church is on cloth forge. Make no exception of royalty. And even you could blow down those walls, huff and puff. Right. Perhaps, as a pixie, my path is barred. Only one's permitted to attend a funeral are living mortals. And the faithful deceased. Among the church's forgotten trinkets, you may find incense of juniper. Burn it and think of me. All shall return to its rightful place, and I will come to you, my sapling. Light and silence. So that's what you mean. Our monarch proud, our monarch great, the very king who cheats their fate. Let all who meet them quail and cower, abhor the mad bloom's maddest power. From my sapling, you have much to prepare. Return to Rodolph and attend our hero. Your service pays your debt and aids your kingdom. Hmm. 73, yeah. Everything is so weak here. First things first, supple trunk. Let's have a closer look at the king's gift. A royal gift in times of need must be of greatest worth. Hmm. This and that, this and is that. Sorry, yeah. The phone was ringing. It's my mom, but I'll pick it up in a moment. Oh, their Majesty's foresight is formidable. Or should I say their sincerity is unassimilable. What are you doing to me? Very well. I have the short and long of it. It's Etherpool. It's Etherpool. Say it. The king is give you sacred weaponry, arcane weaponry. But I have my own steel, you say, my own magics, tones, and instruments of blunt trauma, all useless inside the great churches of the First One. Chapel walls enforces an armistice, protected by charms that melt aggression from the blade like butter under. And to it, your mortal armaments will greatly caress the senators before they kill you. The king's gift, however, is immune to the church's spell work. Allied with your more barbaric instincts, there is little destruction its power cannot realize. Yeah, theory anyway. After gathering dust in the royal watch for this long, these sacramental arms do look a bit limp. Give them time. Give them time. With enough use, weapon will remember what it's made for. I would know. I make a habit of making weapons. And of course, of making mischief, I'm a ranger. One more thing. The king thought fit to include a golden censer. It seemed the suggestion to burn incense was not made in jest though. Whether the juniper will truly summon Titania at your side is for you to discover. Burn what you find. What you burn may cause a fortune foul in turn. When all is done and all is said, better to try than wind up dead. Whatever else you find lying abandoned is yours to take. The threat of divine punishments has long since passed, most likely. If you encounter any artifacts you can't make sense of, I'll be happy to appraise them for you. No matter whose secrets are simply made to be revealed, are they not? Such scrumptious little truffles. I'll keep my mischief if you keep your mushrooms. Deal? Final word of the rise to you, mortal man. Mortal. Though the Church of the First Light may lie in ruin, its chapels are still connected across Novarant by a web of living magics, not unlike your Ithorites. Be not surprised if your journey leads you to further flung lands than you imagined. Okay. From chapel door to chapel door, no one can know what lies in store. A blessing or perhaps a curse upon the long pilgrims of traverse. Follow the stones, royal sapling, and unearth the root of our troubles. It may not be much, but I can carry you to a portal. The portal. Save you to walk. Just be sure that you're fully prepared before we go. And... not yet? Okay. Oh, here we are. Have you ever felt overwhelmed? There's no shame in turning back. For anything to happen to you, the king would... just please be careful. Alright then. Whenever you're ready. And there you go. That's it. There it is. You may enter the deep dungeon by speaking the event. Number 91 or above. Okay. Further detail how it differs from the past speaking. Okay. Nope, we'll just learn everything another way. What is this? Luminous oil. Oh, they can be traded for special items. Which one? Is anything unnatural? So that's what a sin beaver. Oh, jeez. Another mystery better left unsolved. Yeah, for real. I don't want to know how that works. Ah, the ceremony of tea. Enjoying a cork? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's all the same. What is a first light relic? Give me mimicries in this. This is mimicry. Oh, now you can have his outfit. The frog's outfit. Oh, jeez. Okay. Simple and clean. Funny. Yeah, but what does it look like? That's what I'd like to know. Okay, so now that's open. So, so that's open now. We might dive in a few floors and check it out when we go. Yeah, I never finished Shadowbringers, and that's a big problem. Like, it's so funny because I did M Walker. I did all of Endwalker, essentially. And there's like 3 things here for him. A present from the present. Storing profits. Storing profits. Monarchy, right? Wait, what is this? This seems cool. Where demons abide. A wind-up tip? Yes! Oh, you must be Ronald. Why, you look exactly as Professor Caldian. Right, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. I'm the professor's new assistant, you see. Stories of your foray into Pandemonium has been an endless well of knowledge and entertainment. In fact, there's a small matter that has risen with regard to the facility that this is to discuss with you. My seeking you out. It asks that you stop by Aporia at your earliest convenience. I think it's gonna be quick. Hopefully. Da, 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 da. Sorry. Oh, there's okay, there's a lot of things happening here. What's this? Oh, is this you? And the more I try to make sense of what happened, the more my mind nuts. It'll take weeks to do so. I managed to navigate this maze of question. I may have to suggest more assistance. Nah, let's do this first. Ronald, you are ever a sight for sore eyes. I trust you've been well since last we spoke. Yes. Good. Now, as much as I'd like to reminisce, I suppose better if I cut to the quick. I asked you here to discuss a matter concerning Eric Arithonis, whom I'm sure you remember. Yeah. I certainly do. For his memories reside within me still. Every so often my mind's eye glimpses the grim spectacle of the final days, though there is also visions of a simpler time. In one, I saw a warder under siege by colleagues. They demanded to know why the tiny was running amok in the halls of Pandemonium. Someone made a minion, essentially. Hearing that the mammoth is created out of profound admiration, my past self gave only a rueful smile. Then Themis would have been a far superior choice of subject. Alas, I suppose you've never seen the man. Oh well. And an advisably revealing deflection, we believe, as Themis' duties as emissary kept him away from Pandemonium. Eric doubtless grew to miss his dear friend, and we know what Themis looked like, so we thought, why not make a mammoth here and send it as a gift? We employed a local artisan to take care of the first step. The resulting work is masterful indeed. Oh. Aww. Wait. Since you're the one among us who can return to Pandemonium, may I ask you to deliver this to Eric? I'm calling him Eric. You can count on it. Of course we will. Well, I suspect that he will be overjoyed. As I've called more of his memories, I noticed that Eric seldom expressed his own desires. Perhaps it was an unspoken rule in the society of the ancients. Nevertheless, I would very much like to do something for him. A small kindness is the least we owe him. I imagine you can still reach pandemonium from the nuances in Elpis. Once there, the keywords will surely assist you in tracking him down. Is that? Oh. Um. Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I was looking at I just got a message about my delivery. I ordered something and it's like, it's my question though is so I ordered my Madrina's, I think it's called Madrina's or Madrina's coffee, and the two things I ordered was like pumpkin spice, and I pre-ordered their Outworld Depresso coffee. So my question though is the do I have to wait until the pre-order is like the day that's released to get my delivery, or are they gonna send the pumpkin spice first and then send out the what you call it, pre-order in a later date? Because it just said that it's supposed to come out in November, so it didn't have an actual date. Are you returning to us so soon, Ronald? Not is amiss, I hope. Mhm. And this gift is for Eric's. Okay. A man much in demand of late. Mhm. People expect great things of him now, greater than he's prepared for, by his estimation. Thus is he at the very moment studying at the words of La Habrea. Under his father's tutelage, he hopes to gain further mastery over the creations here, that he may one day become keyword himself. Although Master La Habrea's harsh methods have more than once driven him to the verge of surrender, his determination to prove himself always drags him back from the brink. That sounds like him, alright. Oh, but they have so little time. Yeah, the clock is running out. Can't change. You can't alter it. No matter what you do, even if indeed, Amon, son, he would enjoy seeing you. I wonder if he would rather reunion occur after he has come into his own. That said, I understand why you wish to be there. When he sees little your little Themis simulacrum, but that I could witness his reaction myself. Hagman. We received word from Eric. He says he'll soon be returning. His message is well received, yes. I see in this a tidy situation. Rives, can you tell him to attend me here? Say that there is something I would show him. I want you to choose a suitably dark place from which to eavesdrop on our conversation. When the moment is right, send the puppet this way. Thus shall we both be privy to his reaction, even as you remain undetected. While such subterfuge would usually fall outside my duties as a keyword, rest assured I am happy to help. Wait, we're not gonna have to time this or anything crazy, are we? I see that martial art brain has not softened. You've done well to endure his methods. Sometimes I feel he's become even more difficult. Were I not recently made privy to his true nature, I would have abandoned hope within moments. Such is the way of nurturing your talents, I suppose. I know, he still aggravates me, but I've come to see that even our quarrels are a means to know him better as a father and one of the 14th both. I called you here because I had something to show you. Nemus, why are you so small? Ah, another puppet? I see, but who managed to render such a striking likeness? They asked me not to divulge her identity. I can say only that they have your best interests at heart. How curious, and to think such a gift would arrive so soon after I met with the man himself. I happened to run into him at the Words of Lalafell. It was my first time speaking with him in his capacity as Elidibus, but he was friendly as ever. He told me of yet more beleaguered plants from the words of Almorat, which had escaped and taken root in a region designated for Logrof's creations, making proper assessment quite impossible. Amos was called upon to judge whether to switch testing grounds for convenience or uproot the unwelcome creations. So soon after returning from Pandemonium, he said he finds such minor squabbles a welcome change. And of course we spoke of Ronald. Naturally, perhaps we can ask your admirer to make a likeness of him as well. No, we don't need one of me running around. As much as I'd like that, I don't believe it would suit him. Unlike Thebas and I, Ronald isn't bound to his own small domain. I think he rather belongs to the entire star. To keep him or even an imitation confined here would feel wrong. Ronald and Amos are both dear friends, and I need no tangible proof to be certain of our bond. Admit that it will be nice to have a reminder of at least one of them around. I'm glad to hear it. Now, I believe you have booties to return to. If you wouldn't mind fetching those reports from Harry Penia on the new creation sent from Opus. Gladly, Kubward, Hegumon, and little ladies here will come with me. That turned out well, wouldn't you say? Eric has a new companion. You were able to witness his joy at meeting him. Each and every warder here owes you a great debt. I hope that charming charade helped repay mine in some small way. I must attend to my own work, but I wish you all the best, whether or not we meet again. Fare thee well. There you are, Ronald. Judging by the grin on your face, I trust the mammoth is safely in Eric's hands. Didn't you have a vision? I knew we could count on you. May that doll provide him some small reprieve from the stress of his station. Speaking of which, I know you had pulled yourself from your own adventure to take care of this errand. I tend to let you go unrewarded. That's why we commissioned 2 mammoths from the start. I dare say, Themis, we're delighted to travel a whole new era by your side. Aww. Aww. I didn't even know about this. Like, I really didn't know until now that you could have it. God, we have them. We have so many of them. Like, so many of the, Yeah, I had the Heidelin Idol. I bought the soundtrack. What the gold rush bank for? Alright, I'm gonna grab this as well. Now I can return to writing my tales. I'm writing my reports, of course. Recount. I like that. He changes what he says if you do that quest before talking to him here. That's interesting. A moment of your time. I really like to hear the battles you fought within the pen that appeared in our age. I was fortunate enough to witness most events with my own eyes. I was not there to write down a blow-by-blow account, just where we would. Welcome in flammable edition. This opens up the Savage tier for 9 to 12 of Pandemonium. To think your foes would be more fantastic than the ones you faced in the past. Truly, not even my wildest imaginings could come close to what reality gave us. I'm particularly fascinated in Athena, and cannot help but wonder what she would have become if I left her to her devices. We were terribly close to finding out, and doubtless it would have been one of the last revelations of our lives. But she may not have gone as so far if not for the RSA, which magnified her desire to an almost incomprehensible degree. Just how it could influence one so is a matter well beyond the ken of modern scholarship. I believe you saw how twisted those under its sway can become when you face the Lucavi. Just what designs did Ultima the High Seraph have in bestowing the gift of Arisight to those poor souls? If Athena had achieved her dream of godhood, she may well have been able to bend even Arisight to her will, and soon the world would have followed suit. What a chilling end to my story. A fascinating theory to add to my report, of course. I must scour our documents for any supporting evidence. Now I understand why you said Westerdahl to fetch any scrap, meaning even the hints of crystallized machinations. But Professor Gallon, I had noticed that important tasks were being left neglected, and when I inquired as to the reason, poor resident explained that he Risinard explained that he could barely keep up with your request. Something must be done about this new evildoer. You must pursue it until you find the answers you seek. I believe you are more on your way to a discovery that shall make you the envy of your peers, myself included. We often find breakthroughs only after shattering the rules of conventional research. I shall tend to Ruther's task, but you must promise me that your report will be the thing of wonder. Of course, Professor. You have my word. I shall give every scenario a fair shake. Where evidence is accurate, imagination shall fill in the gaps. I shall blend the lines between fantasy and science so skillfully that you will doubt if they are ever there at all. I would expect no less from one of my assistants. Before you put pen to parchment, I'd be honored if you'd share some of your idle musings with me. I will, Professor. I will. If you have any interest, Ronald, and I know you do, stop by any time, and I will share with you my most recent theories. Okay. There we go. And that's good. That's good for the first hour. Yeah. Yeah, that makes it good. That makes me feel better. Oh, that's done. So let's take a small break. About 10, 15 minutes. Actually, you know what? Give me 20 minutes. I want to watch the rest of this video that I started, like, watching, and it's got, like, 20 minutes left. And then, while I'm watching it, I can also do some other things in the background, because I did want to do some cleaning and such today. I gotta do dishes, because I need to make room for, I need to get the dishes done and stuff, because I gotta make soup tomorrow.